Hello everyone, welcome to another SolidWorks tutorial. Today I am going to show you how to create a metric thread in SolidWorks. Here I have created a 10mm diameter stud to demonstrate the idea, and I have downloaded few dimensions that we can use to create the thread. In SolidWorks we have to use two commands to complete the thread. One is Helix and spiral command and curve, and the other one is sweep cut. If you have come from inventor background, you may have noticed that you can create a thread just using one command, which is coil command, but in SolidWorks we have to use two commands. Here are the dimensions for the thread, metric thread, and we have different type of thread actually. There are few type of thread: Whitworth thread, which is the first standardized thread in the world, and after that UNC, UNF, UNEF metrics thread were introduced. Today I'm going to discuss about metric thread, and the dimensions you can easily download from the internet. These are the dimensions. So here you have external thread, dimension for the external thread, and here you have dimension for the internal thread. Today we are going to create external thread. For the external thread, the major diameter is always the outer diameter. Major diameter is also called nominal diameter, which is the dimension that is dictate the overall size of the fastener. So for example, if it is M10 bolt, so the outer diameter is 10mm. If you actually measure, it would be slightly less, but it is 10mm. So this is M10 bolt. For the M10 bolt, we have the pitch size, standard pitch size 1.5mm. There are different pitch sizes, but most standard pitch size is the coarse pitch, which is 1.5mm. Alright, we have the dimensions for the thread profile, and we have the stud. Let's create the thread profile and thread path. First of all, we have to we can create either one of them. I will start with the spiral, and in order to create spiral you have to create the sketch. You can create the sketch first, or you can directly go to Helix and spiral command under features tab. When you click on spiral command, it is asking you to select the plane to create the sketch. So I will create the top plane and press Ctrl 8 to make sketch plane parallel to computer screen. And now let's go to convert entity, which will be used to project existing edges onto the sketch plane. So I'm going to click on this edge and click OK. Now this edge is projected onto the sketch plane. Now we have the sketch. Exit the sketch. Now this Helix and spiral property manager pops up. Here we can define the thread, pitch and revolution, height and revolution, height and pitch, and spiral. So this is 30mm long stud, so I'm going to make thread up to 20mm. So therefore I am going to use height and pitch. When I use height and pitch, under the parameters I will keep constant pitch for the thread, and for the height I'm going to make it 20, and for the pitch, as we discussed before, which is 1.5mm, so I'm going to enter 1.5mm. and for the thread angle, which is the starting point of the thread, which can be any angle. If it is 270, it will start from here. I will make it 0, then it will start from here, and I have to reverse the directions. I will reverse the direction, and now you can see the preview. Click OK button. Press Ctrl 7 to go to isometric view. Now we have created the helix. Now let's create the thread profile. In order to create the thread profile, you have to select the sketch plane. So here you can see, based on the thread angle, first I will hide the sketch of the profile. It is already hidden. So this is the starting point. So let's select the plane through that point, so which is right plane. You can see when I select the right plane, which is the starting point of the spiral. So click on the right plane, and from the pops up command, select new sketch. Press Ctrl A to make sketch plane parallel to computer screen. Now there are more than one way of creating a sketch. There are more than one way of doing anything in any CAD software. This is my preferable method, which is slightly quicker. I am going to use this command, which is polygon. When I click on polygon command, polygon property manager pops up. I want the sketch to be not construction, so I will make this unticked. Under the parameters, make it tree, because we are going to create a triangle, and click OK. And now somewhere here, just create a triangle and make it this line vertical. Exit the command and click on this. You can see you can make this one vertical. Once you make it vertical, you can see the relationship is added. Click OK. Since this is a equal rectangle, we know that this dimensions is 60 already. So this is 60. I go to Smart Dimensions and click on this line, and you can see the triangle is 60, so we don't have to worry about that. Now let's create another line to define the root of the thread. So basically that thread profile is created. Now we have to add the dimensions. To add the dimensions, you can use these dimensions. So have a look, like for the external thread, this is the root, that is the bottom of the thread. This is the top, which is the crest of the thread. Usually crest of the thread for external thread is pitch divided by 8. For the root of the external thread is pitch divided by 4, and the height of the tooth is 5 into height of the overall height divided by 8. The overall height is the total height of the triangle of the thread, but actual depth of the thread is 5 into h divided by 8. There is a relationship between h and p, which is h equal 0.866 into p. So we can use these relations to define the dimensions. Now actually I have created the cut profile, so which is this profile, not this one. This is the uncut part, and this is the cut area. And for this one, I have to define the root and the thread height. The angle is already defined. So let's go back, and for the root, we know that the pitch is 1.5 divided by 4, so which is the root. And now let's add the dimension for the thread height. To do that, I will convert this edge using convert entity commands to project the edge onto the sketch plane. And now click on this line and change it to construction, because we just need that only for the dimensions. And go to Smart Dimensions and click on this line and click on this line, and this is the height of the thread. So height of the thread equal, as I explained before, 0.5 multiplied by h equal to 0.866 into pitch. Pitch is 1.5, and then divided by 8. So if you go back to the dimensions, 5 into h divided by 8, h equal to 0.866 into p. So I have typed it here. Similarly, 5 into 0.866 into pitch divided by 8 and click OK. Now the thread height is defined, and still the sketch is underdefined. Exceed the dimensions. The best practice is to keep this sketch above this level, or just add relationship between here and this point, so that you will have a clean starting point. So I'm going to select this point and control and select this point. Then you can add horizontal relations and click OK. We need to add few more dimensions. Here this part is really not necessary, but I usually keep it as like 0.2, so that the cut would be slightly outside of the thread. So basically, when you select the profile, you have to select these two profiles to create the cut. Now exit the dimensions. Now this sketch is fully defined. Now let's trim this part off. Click on here, trim entity, trim this line, these two lines. The sketch is still fully defined. Exit. Now exit the sketch. Then you can use sweep cut command to create the thread, and under features click on sweep cut. Then sweep cut property manager pops up, and select the, for the profile select the sketch, and for the path select the spiral. You have to select the spiral. Oops. Select the spiral, and you can see the preview, and you don't have to really change any other options, and click OK. Now you can see the profile. Using the profiles and the spiral, the thread is created, which is M10 thread with 1.5 millimeter pitch. As I mentioned before, when you have the profile just above this level, the surface, you will have clear starting point, and for the end you can make this one clean as well. Just click on this surface and add new sketch, and then convert entity. Then you can see that surface edges are projected onto the sketch plane. Now you can go to features, click on extrude cut, and you can see that part is cut, and you can have nice clean thread. Alright, that's all for today. So this is how you can create metric thread using standard dimensions. And if you are making this one for existing off-the-shelf nut, you have to make this slightly less. You have to make the major diameter 9.85 or 9.8 because existing bolt actual size is 9.85 for M10. You can create this stud and 3D print to 9.85 and use with standard metal nut. I hope this is useful and you enjoyed the tutorial. Please comment, like. If you are happy with my video, subscribe the channel so that you can get my next video. Thank you for watching.